Hey guys, today I'm here to do a book haul, which I'm excited about, yet disappointed in because I ended up buying more books than I should have. So I sort of already found my goals because I really bought 5 books that I really shouldn't have. But I have 18 books to show you that I've bought over the last 2 months, pretty much since Christmas. These are all the books I've accumulated, so I thought it was about time I did a book haul because I don't want it to keep growing and growing and growing, but I'm excited to get into it. The first 7 I bought on Christmas Day because I wanted to buy a gift for myself, and I ended up just buying a heap of books. Seriously, at the point where I was just like, fuck it, like I'm gonna buy some books now and in the new year I'll worry about paying myself back for this. But I bought 7 books that I was pretty excited about, and saying most of the books in this book are actually sequels that I bought, so I don't know if that's too bad because I didn't get really too many like new stories. The sequels, so most of these I'm gonna be able to go into and be like, yes, I know what's going on. The first 2 books I got is This Shattered World and Their Fractured Light by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, and I got these because these are the sequels to These Broken Stars by the same authors, and I'm excited because I got that book for Christmas and I just really wanted to get the sequel so that I could like carry on because I know I'm gonna like this trilogy. Don't know when I'm gonna read it, hopefully soon, but may not happen. But I'm really excited to have these, and they're so heavy, like literally really heavy books. But this is a series that's been out there for so long and so many people rave about it, and I'm just so glad that I finally have the books there because it makes it so much easier reading them when you actually own them. The next 2 books I got is Siren's Fury and Siren's Song by Mary Weber, and again I bought 2 more sequels to a book that I got for Christmas, but I'm excited. I've heard a lot of good things about this series, and I actually thought for some reason that it was a quartet, so when I saw that it was only a trilogy, I only had to buy 2 more books in the series, so that makes it pretty good. But I am excited about having these, and again I hope I can read this trilogy soon, but I don't know when it's going to happen. Okay, the next book I've got is The Mirror King by Jodi Meadows, and this is the sequel to The Orphan Queen, so this is only a duology, which is pretty good. But again, I got The Orphan Queen for Christmas, so I've got the sequel here so I can just carry on. To me, the characters look like Final Fantasy characters. Like, can you see their faces? Like, they just don't look real. Like, of course they're not real, but you know what I mean. Okay, the next book I got is Love, Life and the List by Casey West, and I'm so excited to have this book, but it's like this much bigger than all my other Casey West books, and it's slowly keep making me upset. But the main character in this book's name is Abby, which is something really cool, but I finally have another Casey West book to read, and I've read 5 now, so this will be the 6th one I can read. And another Casey West book is coming out this year for me to read. Actually, there's 2 coming out, but only 1 is actually coming out in paperback. But I'm always so happy when I buy another Casey West book because they're so happy and fluffy and beautiful books, but they always do have a really strong, serious story that's like the undertone of the book, which I really love. But I'm so excited to have another one. And then I brought Every Day by David Lethian, and I just bought this because the movie's coming out soon, so I really want to read the book because I watched the trailer and they had the Pink song What About Us, and it was all speaking to me, and I'm like, I need to read this book because this is a book that's been on my radar, but I just never bought it because I had so many other books. But just because the movie's coming out, I had to buy the book so I can read it, and so I'm not going to be one of those people that watches the movie first, so I'm excited. Okay, so those were the only books that I bought in December, and the rest are from this month, which is January, but most of them were anticipated reads, so they were okay books to buy. But there was 5 that I bought that I really shouldn't have because I told myself you're not going to buy any books that you're not allowed to buy, and I failed. So anyway, we'll get into it. The first book I got was Everless by Sarah Holland, and I've already read this book, which makes me really happy, but I was so excited about this book, and it came out on the 2nd, so it was a really good anticipated 2018 release because it came out really quickly in the year. But I definitely recommend that you guys read this book. It's such a great story, so captivating, and I'm so glad I read it, but it's like the coolest thing to haul at the moment. Okay, the next book I've got is Meet Cute by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and again, I am beyond excited for this book, and so many stories are in this from all different authors, and I just think it's going to be a very adorable story, and I'm so excited to read it. Okay, the next book I've got is Chainbreaker by Tara Sim, and this is the sequel to Timekeeper, and I'm so excited even though I haven't read the first book, but I really want to read this story. Like, it's one that, like, the minute I saw the premise of it, I was so keen to read it, and I haven't read it yet because I have so many other things happening, but I'm keen. I'm excited to be able to finally have this book, and so I can read book 1 and book 2 pretty quickly. And the next book I bought was Batman Nightworker by Marie Lu because I forgot her name for a second, and this book is so much smaller than I expected it to be. It's less than 300 pages, and I think Wonder Woman Warbringer was like 450? Maybe, but this is just a very small book. I didn't expect it to be that small, but I'm excited to read another DC Icons book, and then Catwoman is coming out later this year, which is very exciting, so I will read this soon, hopefully, but there is a lot of other things happening at the moment, and for most of March I'm actually going to be in Fiji, which is really exciting. We've recently booked it, we're starting to pay off the holidays, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do about like videos and all that, if I am going to post or not, but I'm excited to go on holidays. Okay, so the next two books I bought a little bit later in the month because they weren't released yet, so that was good because there was a period where I wasn't buying anything, and then I bought these two, and then I went shopping in stores and I bought more books, but we'll get to that later. The first one I got is Poison's Cage by Brianna Shields, and this is the sequel to Poison's Kiss, and I sort of had a love-hate relationship with that book, so I don't know if this is going to be good or not, but I really want to know what's going to happen to the characters and what happens with the story, so I hope it gets better is all I'm going to say, is I just hope it gets better. And the other book that I got is one that I've been highly anticipating for like 2 years, and that is Zenith by Sasha Ellsbergs and Lindsay Cummings, and just, oh my god, I am so excited for this book, and I can't believe that I'm holding it. Like, literally, this has been such a dream for these two authors for so long, especially Sasha, because we got to see her journey throughout it with her booktube, but I finally have this book and I'm so excited to read it, and it's the Biblio Squad's book pick of the month for next month, and I'm so excited to read it so soon, but I'm just so hoping I'm gonna like it because it's gonna be so annoying if I don't, because I have such high expectations for it. Okay, now we're gonna get on to the books that I shouldn't have bought, because I went shopping with friends and I made the mistake of going into bookstores that had 20% off, and I was like, oh my god, but it's good to support local Australian bookstores and local authors and all that kind of stuff, so it doesn't feel that bad, but it's gonna hurt me when I'm trying to make it up for it by reading more books. So the first books I got is Raelia and Greyvale by Lynette Noni, and I got these from Dymocks, so they didn't have the third book, and I was like, what is this? So this one only recently came out, and a lot of people are excited about this, but I'm gonna have to find Dracora, which is the third book, somewhere at some point, but these are the sequel to Arcane, and these are all by Lynette Noni, and actually G Swizzle Books is a channel that I see raving about these books all the time, and she was so excited for this book to be coming out, but I saw the sequels and I was just like, no, okay, I'll just buy them, just do it, just be excited about things. So I ended up buying these books, so I have them now, so I can read the first two, hopefully find the third one, and then I can get into the fourth one. So a bit of a weird order to buy them, but I really want to support this author because I think she's going to have a really great story, really great characters, and I'm just excited. Okay, the next book I bought was Delirium by Lauren Oliver, and you're probably thinking, don't you already have a copy of this? Yes, I do, but I don't have it in a good edition, because what happened is I bought this copy of Delirium first, and I thought it was a really nice copy, it was really interesting, and I really liked it. Then I bought a copy of Requiem that was meant to be in the same edition, but this turned up, and I was like, what is going on? This doesn't work. So I didn't read it because I was annoyed. This just doesn't work. So when I saw this copy in stores, look at it, it's so pretty, it's so pretty. So all I need to do is find the second book, and they can be in these really beautiful editions, so I don't even feel bad. And this technically isn't a bad purchase because I'm going to get rid of that other copy, so I'm not really making my TBR any bigger or my collection bigger. It's just me being a weirdo. So yes, this is the next book I bought. Okay, the next book I bought was Sun Warrior by PC Cast, and this is the second book in the Moon Chosen duology, which I think it's called, no, Tales of the New World. I'm pretty sure there's only going to be 2 books, but I'm excited that I saw this in stores because Moon Chosen in paperback was something I thought was really hard to find. So then when Piera Thord was selling a copy of hers, I was like, give it to me, and she sent it to me when I bought it, and then I saw this copy, so I really couldn't pass up the opportunity. Okay, and the last book I got was This Is Where It Ends by Mary Kay Nakep. I cannot say her name, it's so hard, but this is a book that people were raving about a few years ago for being such a great story and really showing what happens during a school shooting. Like, this is not gonna be a happy book, but it's a book that I think people really need to read, and something that I really need to read, so I'm gonna need to really be in the mood for it. But I'm excited to have this book. I think it's going to be very interesting, and the fact that it takes place over like 50 minutes is going to be really cool because it's a pretty substantial book, but there's going to be a lot of perspectives, I think, so it's going to be a very interesting journey in a book form. So I'm sort of excited, but I know it's going to be like really sad. So guys, here's my book haul. Oh my god, can't even hold it. This is too intense, like honestly too intense. Why do I buy so many books? Why? But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this book haul, and hopefully the next ones in the next couple of months are going to be really tiny because I really don't want to buy that many more books because my collection is growing. I have 318 unread books now on my shelves. 318, but I'm not going to be one of those people that because they have such a big TBR, they get rid of half their books, because I want to read them all. It's just I don't have the time for it and I keep buying more, so that is my issue. But there's a few here that I'm sort of iffy about, but I want to keep them because you never know if you're going to want to read this book. So I'm not going to do the whole, even though I just spent $1,000 on all these books, I'm just going to get rid of them so my shelves look better. New. It's my own problem that I bought them, so I'm not giving up on them. Some of them maybe if I don't read them in the next 5 years or something, but most of these I really want to read. It's just time management that's my issue at the moment. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you'd enjoyed and I'll see you guys later. Bye!